Do you want your plug wires to be clean like this? Stay tuned, I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right guys, today on Shamrock's Garage, I'm gonna show you how to put a new end on your spark plug wire. This comes in handy when you're trying to route your plug wires real neat and you want them to be the exact size, because typically if you buy these kits off the shelf for spark plug wires, you end up with one or two wires that are just way too long and it just looks weird. So one of my pet peeves is spark plug wires that are run nice and perfect and just the right length, so you don't have a bunch of extra wire all laying around. I hate extra wire, period, whether it be a spark plug wire or just a regular piece of wire. So to cut these to the size you want, obviously first you're going to get in the vehicle and you're going to route it and you're going to mark it wherever you want. So say we marked it there, we cut it off. You're also going to want to actually put it on the plug. You don't have to actually click it in place, but put it near where the plug is and route your wire. And with these 90-degree terminals, you want to clock it properly, meaning where you're going to bend the wire that's inside here back. So run it to where it's going to go, let it lay naturally, and just mark the top of the wire, meaning where it's going to go on the distributor, where it's going to be facing up. What part of the wire is going to be facing up? I say that because if you were to put it, these wires don't really twist real easy. So you want to put on the distributor and let it lay as naturally as possible and make sure you know where the top is. And I'll show you why in a second here. Now to strip these wires, there's a wire inside here that you have to get access to and bend it over. So you can either use some regular strippers. I'll show you how to do that with those. Go to the biggest on these, it's a 16 gauge. Don't squeeze it all the way down. You're just trying to bite into the red part and kind of pierce the red outer skin or layer, if you will, and go all the way around. And then you're going to strip it like a regular wire, and then you have access to the important part. This is what sends the spark. So you want to make sure that's nice and clean. You don't have a bunch of hairs around it. You can even take some little snips if you wanted to and clean it up around there. Take your time, do it right. Sometimes you'll end up with some like little hairs poking up, but try not to take any of the strands of wire out, because you want as much of that wire sending as much as your spark as possible to it. And what I was talking about at the top, see, the new terminal, you want to bend this wire back and you're going to lay it on top of it. That's how it makes contact with the terminal. So if that was bent in the wrong place, you're going to be trying to put a plug wire on all goofy. So you want to lay it naturally. Say that's my top. You're going to put it in there. The wire goes at the bottom of this. I mean, it's actually the top, but we're looking at it the other way, so it's going to be at the exact bottom of it. And then I always take it and I'll just bend these tabs in by hand, just to give me a little bit of grip there. So now it's kind of holding in place, so I can kind of work with it. And then you're gonna take your spark plug wire pliers, which are these guys. Pick you up a set of these, and I'm gonna be using this section and this section. Okay, the one that says terminal, and then this says W crimp. So I'm gonna say wire crimp, I guess. So you're going to put these in the terminal one first, and you're just going to kind of squeeze. If you see how it's making that wire, the terminal kind of hug the wire nice and tight, and you want to get it to that point. You can go this way if you go a little too far, just to kind of shape it. And all you're trying to do is trying to get it to feed into the wire crimp part nice and smooth. All right, so you're going to try to get it to feed in there. See how it's a little wide right there? So I can go in here and kind of make it a little narrower, so it'll go in there a little easier. Now it'll go in a little easier. But your lineup point, you have that metal point right there. You want it to go right on where these two pieces of wire, the pieces of metal come together. So that's what you're shooting for. Try to get it right in the middle. as far as you don't want it way up here at the top. You don't want it way here at the bottom. Put it right in the middle of that terminal and start going down slow to make sure it's going to feed in straight. That's feeding in nice. See how that point is right on where the two wires, the two metals come together? And then you're going to squeeze it. Nice and tight. And that gives you a nice crimp. You can compare it to the factory one. This is the factory one from Taylor, and it looks pretty good. Mine actually looks a little more secure, I think. And you're just trying to make sure that it's not going to come off. It's nice and secure. And then you're going to put your boot back on. Now, when you're putting your boot back on, put a little dielectric grease inside the part of the boot that's going to slide over the wire. These silicone wires are a little grippy, so when you're trying to slide the boot back on, it can fight you a little bit. A little bit of dielectric grease, either here or put it in the boot itself and slide it over, and then it'll slide right on and be fine. So I was going to show you different ways to strip it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this terminal off. You can either, like I said, use the regular strippers, wire strippers that most people have. You can even use a razor blade. Figure out where you want it. Just kind of cut through the red part and just spin your wire around and go work your way all the way around that wire. Then you should be able to just take that, twist it off. See, there's some of those little hairs I was talking about. Take your little snips, give it a haircut, get rid of those. You don't want those interfering with anything, and you got a nice clean cut. So that's another way of doing it. You can also crimp these. If you don't have the spark plug wire tools, or pliers I should say, you can do this. Oop, about to put it on backwards. Put that at the bottom. Squeeze it by hand. Okay. And then you just get some regular pliers if you wanted to, and kind of just work this down. It'll get wide on you, so go ahead and squeeze it back in. Squeeze it that way. Squeeze it back in. And then just grab half of it and go in. Grab the other half and go in. It's not as clean, but the key is, as long as you're making a good connection, you're fine. You can even take it like that and tap it in the middle, like that. And then just take your pliers, squeeze it in. That's still real secure. Not as pretty as the other one, but in a pinch it would work. If you don't have these special pliers, you don't want to go spend the money on these pliers, then you can do it like that. Or put it in a vise. You're just trying to get it to hug it real tight, and then the middle part there kind of digs into the wire to hold it in place. So I'm trying to do this without using the special tool. And that's fine. That's gonna conduct your spark perfectly. So either way works. I hope this video helps. Have a great day.